everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Okiki J. and welcome to Vision Speak, where we talk on content relating to purpose, faith, and self-development. Purpose, faith, and self-development. So today I'll share with you on a topic which is on building a good character, a road to a better future. Building a good character, a road to a better future. When you hear the word character, what comes to your mind? According to Oxford Dictionary, it says that character is a moral and a mental quality that is distinctive to an individual. I'll say that again. Character is a moral and a mental quality that is distinctive to an individual. So what actually separates someone from another person is not just on their identities alone, but also their character also means a lot. And it's very important that you get to know how your character is, because your character is what actually defines you as a person. We've read about people saying that that person's character is bad, that person's character is naughty, or that person's character is very good. And building up your character actually comes from the let me say that the environment that you're actually brought on from. Let's say for instance, a child, the way the child behaves, people say that that child actually reacts like a father. Oh, that daughter behaves like a mother. It's because the child has been able to learn how to do some certain things, see our parents act on certain things. So characters are actually being built based on behavioral activities that someone has learned both consciously and unconsciously. So your characters are built based on what behavioral activities that you learned over time, either consciously or what unconsciously. So it's very important that you learn how to build the right character, have the right mindset, so that you'll be able to take advantage of life very easily and be able to scale in life as well. So for the context of this video, I would like to say that character is divided into two. Number one, we have the positive character and we have also the negative character. When I say the positive character, I can also call them advantageous character. These are characters that actually solidifies the way people perceive you. They are more of like leverage for you as an individual. Why the negative one are the ones that limit how people actually perceive you. Now, a good character, a positive character can be someone who is trustworthy, who shows empathy, who is responsible, who has integrity, who is kind, who is fair. And the person is not judgmental. Why a negative character can be someone who is greedy, someone who is selfish, someone who is arrogant, someone who is stingy and who doesn't like to share things with people, someone who is irresponsible. Now, do you know that character also opens doors for people? Your character can either open doors for you or close doors for you. There are instances where you hear people say that, I can't actually help that person. The person, like, you've heard about this phrase that names are keys. Like names are keys. Your name can actually open door for you or closes a door for you. So because your name has been linked to your character, so there are some persons that are trying to look for opportunities, and when they get to, maybe their name gets to the person that's going to help them, gets to their table, they say, that person, I can't help that person. That shows that what that person was, maybe the person has been able to do something that was very, very irresponsible and the person is not trustworthy. Now, I want to move on to why is it important to build what a godly character, a good character. Why is it important? Number one is that your character will determine how much people can actually entrust things into your hands. Your character will determine how much people can actually entrust things into your hands. And it's very important that you understand that faithfulness is very key. Faithfulness is key. The Bible was even speaking that if a man is not faithful in little things, then how would they actually commit things that of bigger responsibility to that person? So if you are not being faithful in something that is little, nobody can be able to trust you or know that you'll be able to do that particular thing. So if you are not a person of character, not a person who actually built the what I call your skills of being faithful, or train yourself to be faithful in little things, then you can actually handle a lot of things. There are many persons that they are praying, trusting God for something huge, something bigger than them, and they've not actually been faithful in the little things that have committed to them. So how can they actually be able to perform absolutely well? And number two is that your character also determine how long you stay in the place of relevance. Your character determines how long you stay in the place of relevance. I'll show you the story of a queen in the Bible. The name of the queen was Queen Vashti. There was a time that the king was having a ceremony and he just wanted the queen to come and just show her beauty to the world. And it's something that a man actually loves. Like he loves, like he wants his wife to be seen like she's very beautiful and pretty. The king actually sent the servant to go and call the queen. And when the servant actually got to the queen said that that she's not coming, that she's actually engaged doing something else. And the king felt so insulted because he had boasted and people that were under him were with him at that period of time. And people were not saying that if the queen could be so disrespectful to the king, then how much more people who are actually looking up to the queen as a mentor. And you know what? The king was actually advised that he should actually want to banish her, like you should take her, remove her throne, like strip her of her royalty and all. And you know that this woman actually was had to leave the place of relevance because she had what a bad character. So your character will determine how long you stay in the place of relevance. Your character will determine how you can actually be a point of reference. Be a point of reference. I think maybe you might have been in a situation where someone actually told you that, can you look at that person? Like, you should be someone that you should emulate, rather. Someone that you should be able to, to emulate that kind of person. So, if you're a person of character, people are looking up to you. They can make you as a reference point. They can make you as a benchmark that, if you have not actually met this particular mark, I don't think you can actually be able to cope. So, if you're a person who is actually of a good character, people always want to see you as a reference point to others. On the last point on why it's actually important for you to build a good character is that your character determines whether you be a choice one or not. Remember, I told you about the story of Queen Vashti, who the king had to take away from being a queen, and he had to look for someone else. And the person that he looked for was Queen Esther. And the king had to create a contest that, okay, let's go and look for the young ladies in the queen. They said that the king asked for them to look for virgins in the land, and he brought them to the palace and they were taking care of them, and every one of them had a time for them to actually appear before the king. But something actually stood out for Esther. Esther was someone, I believe, because she was actually tutored by her uncle who was Mordecai, and I believe that in those that trained, she was someone who has mastered the art of humility, the art of service, the art of maybe even using kind words and all. And that was how she was able to have favor with the person that was actually in charge of taking care of her during that period before they actually appeared before the king. And the person, because the person has related with the king, knows what the king's like. And that was how she was able to win the contest, and she was being enthroned as the queen. So your character will determine whether you're going to be the choice one or not. Going further, it's very important that we know how to build a good character, because your character is determines your what the road to your future. If you have a bad character, definitely you won't actually be able to get to where God is actually taking you to. There are, even when you look at institutions, let's say for instance, there are some persons that they are very knowledgeable when they're in their university days, but because of one non-entity act, they were being expelled. I know that in every student there's always a mantra that in character and in learning. So you have to you have to be very good in your character and so very good in in learning as well. Now, how can you build a good character? How can you build a character? The first point is that take a self-audit of yourself. Take a self-audit of yourself. And it's very important to look within yourself. Okay, what are the things that I'm not doing well? What are the things that people are actually saying about me? What sort of criticism is actually coming? Are they the ones that are true or the ones that are not? And the thing is that we as human beings, we don't want to receive criticism. Even Jesus Christ had to take a self-audit of himself. He asked his disciples that, who do men say that I am? And so asked his disciples that, who do you say that I am? So you have to be sincere with yourself that, who do people actually say that you are? So if you can know all these things, be able to work on yourself. Let's say for instance, people always tell you that you get angry over small matters. You have to, okay, this is actually a character deficiency. Okay, what can I do to able to come out of this anger so that I can be free? And another thing is that how to actually build a good character is that you have to check your circle of influence. Your circle of influence, people that actually work with, determines a lot about you. So that when you're in an environment, people you work with determine the ideologies, the mindset that you form. So if you see someone, if you work with someone who is stingy or who is selfish, over time you just find yourself that you just keep on trying to behave towards that person, like have that kind of trait as a person. So you have to check your circle of influence, that okay, this set of persons, are they really good people? Are they people that actually what? Did they align with my values, align with my belief? Did they align with my temperament and all? And even the Bible was speaking in book of First Corinthians chapter 15, was saying that evil communication actually corrupts good manners. Evil communication corrupts good manners. So if we are working with people that are not good, that their communications are filled, they will surely what pollute you and what and influence you. And on the last point on how to build a good character is that what you need a model. You need people who are models. These are people that you see them as a reference point, see them as someone who values. I call them people that show that can help you to build structures into your life. So let's say, for instance, it can be maybe a mentor, it can be someone who actually what you take it or you hold in high esteem. When you see that person, the way the person actually behaves, maybe you've seen how the person is very responsible, or you've seen the high level of integrity that the person actually display. When you begin to work that kind of person, they can be able to help you and able to curtail those excesses that are actually in your life. In conclusion, know that building a good character, you have to what? To be intentional about it, and it's going to take time. Also know that you are not perfect, but you are also striving towards perfection. And on this journey of building a good character, you have to what? To be teachable and also correctable, and willing to stay till when you are being reformed and you are actually a better person. So if this video actually bless you, don't forget to like, to comment, to share, and also to subscribe. Thank you.